Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am really excited because we're going to be doing another declutter video. So I have been doing a declutter series on my channel. I have decluttered my eyeshadow palettes and my primers, setting powders, and setting sprays so far. So today we're going to be focusing on foundations and concealers, and I do have more declutters to come. So if you like watching declutters, make sure you guys subscribe because I have quite a bit of makeup that I need to go through. I'm trying to go through my entire makeup collection and just declutter stuff that I no longer use, stuff that's old, or stuff that is maybe discontinued, stuff like that. So I definitely have more to do in the future. I have a lot of blushes and bronzers and lip products that I haven't done yet, so I'm very excited to get into that one as well. That will be coming soon, so stay tuned. But today we're going to focus on my foundations and concealers. I do have quite a few foundations, so I hope I can do some damage here. I know there are some expired, so there will be some getting tossed for sure, but I'm pretty sure I can just declutter some other ones as well. So if that sounds good to you, then be sure to keep on watching. So here is my entire foundation collection. I think I counted 35 foundations. So I definitely have a lot, and there are definitely a few I want to get rid of. I know there are some that are really old, some that are expired, so we can definitely do some damage here. So let's just go ahead and start. I'll start from this side here. So we have It Cosmetics CC Plus Cream. We have 3 different ones. Okay, so I have, this one is a brand new one, still in the box, in my correct shade, which is Fair Light. So I am going to keep this as a backup. And then I have another one here that I've already used. This one's in the shade Fair Light as well. This is my current shade, so I'm going to keep this one. I really love this CC cream. It's super full coverage, and I love that it has SPF in it. And then I also have this one, which is not my correct shade. This is in the shade Light Medium, so this is way too dark for me. These were all gifted to me, and yeah, they did gift me some that were not my right shade. So this one I am going to declutter. Then we have this one. This is a Korean brand. It's Binka Vidu. I don't know how to say it exactly. I was supposed to do a paid collab with this brand actually, and they sent me the products and then they ghosted me. So yeah, I don't really have a good vibe with them now. Like, they kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. So I don't really want to use their products and like showcase them in any of my content. So I'm going to declutter. Also, I didn't really love this formula anyway, but yeah, I'm going to declutter. Then we have this one from Too Faced. This is the Born This Way Matte. Now, this one is extremely old in my collection. It's in the shade Vanilla. I've had this for probably 5-6 years. It's definitely past expiry. I just stopped using it because number 1, it wasn't really my correct shade, and number 2, I'm just not into full coverage foundations that much anymore. So this one just isn't something that I would reach for. So I'm just going to toss it because it's very old, and this is actually discontinued now. They reformulated this foundation. It comes in like a plastic tube now instead of a glass bottle. So yeah, I'm going to declutter. Then we have 3 one-size foundations. Now, they did send this to me in PR, so that's why I have 3 different shades. This one in Fair 40 NR is my correct shade. I don't really love this foundation, to be honest with you, but I do want to keep it for now. I'm just going to keep the one shade that works for me. And then these 2 shades, I have Fair 30N. I'm going to declutter this one, and I'm also going to declutter this Fair 20R. This is another old one in my collection from Charlotte Tilbury. It's the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I don't really like this formula. I think it's too dry looking. It's very full coverage, but it doesn't look that great on the skin. It's just a very heavy, cakey kind of formula, so I'm going to declutter. Then we have this one from Fenty. This is the new Soft Lit Naturally Luminous Longwear Foundation. This is like a newer one to my collection. It just came out in 2024. I absolutely love this formula, so I'm going to keep. Similar to that one, I also really love this formula, and it is new to my collection as well. This is from Urban Decay. It's the Face Bond Foundation. I was also gifted this one in PR, and I have just loved it the few times that I've used it. I need to use it more, but as you can see, I have a lot of foundations, so I am trying to use up my older ones in my collection, but this one is really good. It's lightweight on the skin. It gives good coverage. It lasts all day, so I really, really love this, and I'm going to keep. Okay, going over to this side now, we have the Purelisse Ageless Glow Serum BB Cream. This has SPF 40 in it. It's in the shade Light. This is actually my perfect shade. I really like this formula. It's very glowy, and it gives really good coverage. It seems to be long wearing from the few times I've tried it. I like the way it looks on my skin. It's a little bit, I would say, on the heavier side. It's not super lightweight, but I do like it, and I'm going to keep it and try and use it up because it does expire in July this year, so I need to try and use this up. Then we also have this skin tint from Pure Cosmetics. It's the 4-in-1 tinted moisturizer in the shade LG3. This has just been sitting. I know it's expired. It expired in 2023, so yeah, I haven't been using it. It's just been sitting in my collection waiting for me to like film a declutter. So yeah, I'm going to declutter this one. Obviously it's expired. We have the new Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte Foundation. I just bought this like a few weeks ago and I love it. It's a really nice formula. It gives a beautiful finish. It's long wearing. It's lightweight on the skin. It does oxidize a bit though, so I would say shade down if you pick this one up, because this is actually my second one I've had to buy. The first shade I bought was way too dark, so I bought a shade down and it still oxidizes too dark on me. Like when I first put it on, it looks good, but a few hours later, it's just too dark. So I might have to pick up another shade yet to get my perfect shade, but yeah, this is a really nice formula. It just oxidizes, so keep that in mind. But I am going to keep this one. We have another one that's expired. This is from ColourPop. It's the No Filter Foundation. I thought I liked this one, but since I've tried so many new formulas, this one just does not compare anymore. I don't know if it just got old. I haven't used it in a really long time, but the last times that I did use it, I just noticed that it did not look as good on my skin as I remembered. I don't know if it just got bad or if I've just found better formulas since then. It just looked a little dry, cakey on the skin. They don't even make this anymore. This is like discontinued. So yeah, obviously I'm going to declutter it. It's super old and it needs to be thrown out. Then we have this one from Cover FX. It's the Power Play Foundation. I got this on the Ipsy shop. I think this is discontinued as well. I think they reformulated. I wasn't a big fan of this one. It was just okay. I don't really think I'm going to keep it. It's just not one of my favorite formulas that I have. So yeah, I think I'm going to declutter. We have this one from Lancome. This is the, I don't know how to say this, Tints Idol Ultra Wear. I have no idea. But yeah, I need to try this one out a few more times. I got this in PR and I feel like I've only tried it once or twice. I used to love this formula, or so I thought, but the last 2 times I tried this one, I was like, hey, this formula is not as good as I remember. It does look a little dry on me and just like patchy. So I don't know. I need to test this one out a bit more and see if I can get it to work for me. If not, I would probably declutter. But yeah, I'm going to keep it for now. We have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. I love this. This is such a good, affordable skin tint. It's got really good coverage. It feels light on the skin. It's long wearing, so I'm going to keep. And I have 2 of these Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Serum Skin Tints. Now, I bought this one, and this one I was gifted. This is actually one of my favorite skin tint formulas ever. It is just so beautiful on the skin. It's hydrating. It's long wearing. It looks like your skin, but better. It gives a nice, like, dewy finish. It's not the best coverage, but I love this. It's just so beautiful on the skin. So I'm definitely keeping the one I bought, and then I do want to keep this one for a backup because I love the formula so much. So yeah, I love these, and I'm going to keep both. Next, we have the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. Now, this was in my project pan for 2025, so I'm going to keep because I am trying to use this one up as part of my project pan. We have the Wet n Wild Niacinamide Skin Tint. This is a newer one to my collection, and I absolutely love this formula. It is so good, so I am definitely keeping. Then we have 2 of these Basma, I don't know how you say it. Is it Basma Beauty Foundation Sticks? I have one in the shade 30 and one in the shade 29. I was gifted these. 30 is like my perfect shade. 29 is slightly off. So I'm just going to keep the one that works for me. And then I'm going to declutter this one. I'll just show you the shades though. This is 30. This is like my perfect shade. And then 29 is just slightly darker, I think. So it doesn't really work for my skin tone. So I'm going to keep this one and declutter this one. Okay, moving on to this side here, we have this Heimish. This is like a cushion foundation. I was gifted this and I really like the formula, but the shade is just a little too light for me. So I don't know if I should keep it or I should declutter it. I'm not sure. I think I want to keep it for now just because I do really like the formula and I think I can make it work for me. I got the shade, does it say? No, it doesn't say the shade, but maybe I can get a new shade from them. We'll see. But if I do get a new shade, I would declutter this one, but I think I'm going to keep this one for now because I do like the formula. We have this Super Stay Powder Foundation from Maybelline in shade 118. I do not use this ever. I don't like a powder foundation. It's just not for me. I don't like the dry feeling it leaves my skin. I just like something that's hydrating, and yeah, this is super full coverage as well. It's not something I would typically reach for. So yeah, I'm going to declutter. I just don't ever use this. We have another expired foundation. This is from e.l.f. It's the Camo CC Cream Color Correcting Full Coverage Foundation. I didn't really like this formula. I just kept it around just cause, but now that it's expired, I'm like, okay, I'm letting it go. Obviously, it just wasn't a very good formula. Like, it looked good going on, but it just does not last on the skin. It looks pretty terrible, to be honest. So yeah, I'm going to declutter. Then we have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. This is one of my favorite foundations. It is so beautiful on the skin. And yeah, this is a very luxe foundation. I think it's probably the most expensive one in my collection. I was gifted this, thankfully. I was so excited to try this out, and it is just a beautiful formula, so I'm definitely keeping. Then we have this one from Makeup Revolution. It's the Skin Silk Luminous Serum Foundation. I literally just bought this like a few days ago. As you can see, it's still got the plastic on it. I have not tried it out yet, so obviously I want to keep this one. I'm so excited to finally be able to try this. We literally just got these in Canada, so yeah, I can't wait to try this one. This is one of my favorite skin tints ever. It's the Maybelline Superstay Vitamin C 24-hour skin tint, so I am definitely keeping. The L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Foundation, another one of my absolute favorites from the drugstore, so I am keeping. This one I got recently too. It's the L'Oreal Lumi Le Glow Tint. It came out like a few months ago. I am not the biggest fan of this one, to be honest with you, but I am going to keep it for now just for like reviews and stuff on my social media since it is such a new product. But I don't really recommend getting it. It just looked dry and patchy on me. It's like glowy. This doesn't blend out seamlessly. Like, it just blends like dry. Like, I can't even explain it. Like, I don't have dry skin, but this looks dry on me. So very interesting formula. Not a big fan. I'm going to continue maybe trying to get it to work for me, but honestly, I think it's a write-off at this point. But yeah, I'm going to keep it for now. And we have this one from Makeup Forever. This is the HD Skin. This is one of my favorite foundations from Sephora. It is just such a beautiful foundation. It looks so good on the skin, and it's one of the most long-wearing foundations I've ever tried. It never lets me down, so I am definitely keeping. Okay, we have two more. We have this Iconic London Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. I got this on the Ipsy shop. I've only tried it a few times, so I do want to keep it for now to keep testing it because I think I liked it the few times I tried it. So I'm going to keep. And then lastly, we have this e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This is in the shade 25 Light Neutral. This is pretty much my perfect shade. I do like this formula. I don't think it's as long lasting as I would like, but it's not bad. It's definitely better and an upgrade from their CC Cream foundation. Like, this is 10 times better than that one, but I still don't think I'm in love with it. But I do want to keep it just to have like an affordable option in my collection. Okay, so here's my keep pile. I ended up keeping 23 foundations. And here is my declutter pile. So I did declutter 12 foundations. So not quite half, but I think I did pretty good. So I'm happy with what I kept and what I decluttered. Okay, now for concealers, I do have 17 concealers. And I know there are a couple that are old and expired, so those are probably going to be the majority of the ones I'm going to get rid of. Most of these I feel like I'm probably going to keep, but there are a few for sure that I can get rid of. So let's just start on this side here. We have the One Size Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer. This one is actually almost gone. It's part of my project pan. And yeah, it's going to be emptied like really soon. So obviously I'm going to keep and just use it up. Then we have two of these Purlisse Perfect Glow BB concealers. I was gifted these. They're both in the shade Light. I'm going to keep this one that I've already used, and then this new one I am going to declutter. We have the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. I love this. It's a beautiful formula. I'm going to keep. We have the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer. I think this one is in my project pan as well, and as you can see, it is almost gone, so I'm going to keep and use it up. We have this Lancome. This is the Serum Concealer. I don't even think I've tried this yet. I was gifted this, but I haven't even tested it out yet, so I do want to keep and test it out. And we have the L'Oreal True Match Concealer. I do really like this one, so I'm going to keep. The Huda Beauty Concealer. This is a newer one to my collection. I really like this formula, so I'm going to keep. Then we have the Tower 28 Concealer. I have only tried this one a couple times, so I do want to keep it just to try it out some more so I can get my full thoughts on it, because as of right now, I'm like a little unsure how I feel about it. So yeah, I'm going to keep. Then we have the IT Cosmetics Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. Again, I've only tried this one like maybe once or twice. It's definitely full coverage. It's definitely a thicker formula concealer. So not really my favorite, but I think for more full coverage days, this would be really good. So I do want to keep it for now. Another new one to my collection is from Milk Makeup. They sent this over a little while ago. I've only tested it out once, but so far I really like it, so I'm going to keep. This one from Tarte is so good. This is the Maracuya Creaseless Creamy Concealer. This is just absolutely stunning. It makes your under eyes look flawless. It's so long wearing, it's creamy, it's hydrating, so I'm definitely keeping. Then we have this NYX Bear With Me Concealer Serum. Honestly, I wasn't the biggest fan of this. I know this was like a very viral concealer. It just didn't work that good for me. Like, I feel like it wore okay on me. It just wasn't very good coverage. Like, I feel like this had almost no coverage. I would apply quite a bit and I could still see like my dark circles underneath. It just wasn't my favorite formula, and I just don't like that it's a pump. Like, I prefer something with an applicator or doe foot, and this wasn't really my perfect shade. Like, I feel like it was almost too dark for me. As you can see, I barely used it, and this is really old now. I think I got this in like 2021 or something, so it's definitely expired. So I am just going to toss. Then we have another expired one from Morphe. I actually really enjoyed this formula, but it's discontinued and it's super old, so I'm going to declutter. Another expired one, this one's from e.l.f. It's the Hydrating Camo Concealer. This went bad like so fast. I didn't even have it that long and it started getting all weird looking, like you can see in the tube. So yeah, I didn't really like this one anyways. It honestly burned my under eyes. So I don't know if it went bad just really quick or what, but like even the first like few times I used it, it was like burning my under eyes. So I don't know if it's just the formula or if maybe I got a bad one. I don't know. I didn't care for the formula. I didn't think it looked that good under the eyes anyway. And I definitely didn't like the burning sensation. So yeah, I'm definitely tossing this one. Then we have this one from the brand Luna. This is a Korean brand. I actually haven't even tried this one out yet, so I do want to keep. Then we have this one from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is one of my favorite concealers, honestly. It just looks so beautiful under the eyes. It's long wearing, it's full coverage. It's just such a good formula. It's one of my top concealers in my collection, so I'm definitely keeping. Okay, so here's my keep pile. I am keeping 13 concealers. And then this is my declutter pile. I'm only getting rid of 4, which is not a lot, but I feel like most of the concealers in my collection, I haven't even really got the chance to test out a bunch of them. I'm trying to use up like a lot of my older ones, so those ones are getting used the majority of the time. So I do need to test some of the other ones that I haven't really got around to trying much. And I may declutter some more, you know, in the future if I don't really love the formulas, but these ones definitely had to go. I did not need a second one of this, and these ones are all expired. So yeah, we're getting rid of 4. Okay, and then this is a total roundup of both my foundation and concealer declutters. So I have a total of 16 products that I am getting rid of. Overall, I feel like that's pretty good. Yeah, I love foundation. I love concealer. It's something that I go through quite fast, so I don't mind keeping, you know, a lot in my collection. And also I just like having a variety of formulas, a variety of brands, both drugstore and high-end. So I'm not mad about the amount I kept, and I am happy with the amount that I decluttered because these were just either not for me or the shades were wrong or expired, whatever it may be. So I'm happy to get rid of at least this much. It definitely makes room in my collection. But yeah, that is everything, you guys. I do have more declutters to do. I feel like I have probably like 1 or 2 more videos to film. I have to do all my blushes and bronzers and highlighters and my lip products. So that's definitely 2 videos right there. I may have even more because there's like face palettes I want to get rid of, eye products, brow products, stuff like that. So I could maybe do another one as well. But those ones will be coming next, so stay tuned. Yeah, that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Bye.